What's up, everybody? Welcome to my music collection 2023. Yes, I have done, of course, my movie collection of 2023. Now I'm doing the music collection. Yes, and just like the movie collection, I had DVDs and Blu-rays. Um, this I have both my vinyl records, and my CDs. So yeah, I have done this before. Even before I started doing music related videos, I've done this where I showed both my CD collection and vinyl collection. But I figured, I'd show both in the same video, and it's going to be a long one. But yeah, I thought I'd show it an updated version of it. So yeah, and I'm gonna try not to talk too much about each album. Maybe some I might talk a little bit about, but yeah. Um, so I just want to do this, as fast as I can. So yeah, all right, let's waste no time. Let's go ahead and get started because this is gonna be a long video. We're gonna start with the vinyl records because I have a lot more CDs than records. I might have about 30 records, and I have a shitload of CDs. So all right, let's go ahead and get started with the vinyl records. Start with the 45s. I only have three 45s. First one we have is, wait, hold on. Okay, I'll show this one first since this is actually first. This starts with an R and the other one's a T. So try to do this in alphabetical order. Okay, so the first one we have now. This is actually a homemade like um case for this vinyl because my brother got me this and it didn't even have a case, so he made this for me. But this is a 45 single of the Rolling Stones. I think on the A side it's Ruby Tuesday, and on the B side it's Let's Spend the Night Together. Both great songs. I like them both a lot. I think I like Let's Spend the Night Together actually even more than Ruby Tuesday, but both great songs. Both great songs for sure. Yeah. All right, and then next one we have is Tears for Fears Shout. Great song, and on the B side is The Big Chair, which I think was an instrumental, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I need to listen to the album songs from the Big Chair. Yeah, songs from the Big Chair. I'm planning on reviewing that someday, so look out for that in the future. And then the last 45 I have is actually like a split single, which is on the A side, it's Graham Parsons' Brass Buttons. And then on the B side, it's the Lemonheads doing a cover of that same song, Brass Buttons. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so 45's out of the way. Let's get to the actual albums. Okay, first one we have is the B-52s. Which one's this? Wild Planet. Yeah. I think I've only heard this once, and it's pretty cool. I like B-52s. Next one we have is the Black Keys Rubber Factory. I think I might have only heard this once too, a long time ago. I'm not even sure why I have this still. I'm not a big Black Keys fan, but I think I also have a CD. They're okay. Next we have is Changes One Bowie, David Bowie, just like a compilation, greatest hits. Yeah. Next is Combat Rock by The Clash, really good album. The Cure, Three Imaginary Boys, their debut album, really good. This one's not even music, but fuck it, I'll show it anyway since it is a vinyl record. This is actually a comedy. This is Ronnie Dangerfield, No Respect. I actually haven't heard this one yet, but I do like Ronnie Dangerfield, so yeah. All right, next we have is Devo's debut album, Are We Not Men? We Are Devo. Um, One of my all-time favorite albums, and possibly my favorite debut album. Possibly one of them. Okay, no, it's not. There is another debut album that I'll get to in a minute. Um, yeah, and then also got another Devo album, Freedom of Choice. Yeah. Okay, next one we have is Donovan Sunshine Superman. I remember getting this only for 99 cents at Vintage Stock, once. I was with Cade, who does the Your Cousins Are Critics episodes with me, and I remember at that time he was buying records, and he almost got this, but then he changed his mind, and I'm like, well, 99 cents, I'll get it. I was just going to get some movies, but I was like, I'll get it, 99 cents. So yeah. I remember one of the sites had a scratch on it though, so that's probably why it was 99 cents. But yeah. This is weirdly enough, this is the only Doors album I have on vinyl, and this is actually one of the albums they did without Jim Morrison afterwards after he died. This is Full Circle, and it's not really that great, honestly. It's just and it's not terrible, but it's not the same. All right, this is my favorite debut album of all time, and possibly my favorite album of all time, maybe. That is Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division. An amazing album. I love it. All right, a couple Pixies albums. We got Bossa Nova, great album there, and Indie Sydney, which a lot of people hate this album. I like it. And also little fact, this was actually my first record that I ever got. So yeah. All right, Iggy Pop, blah blah blah. It's okay. Django Reinhardt's Jingology, the only jazz record I have. Couple Rolling Stones. Got well, we already had that single, but this is Beggar's Banquet, and what's this one called? Emotional Rescue. Yeah. And now we have Smashing Pumpkins with their debut Gish. Sonic Youth self-titled EP, also their debut. Stray Cats, Built for Speed. I've actually haven't heard this one yet, but my brother gave me this because he had two copies of this album and he gave me one of them. So yeah, The Velvet Underground, White Light, White Heat, and my possibly my favorite band of all time. The only record I have by them, but I do have some CDs of them though. That is Ween. This is White Pepper, which as of right now, this is my favorite Ween album actually. Yeah, and got a few more, and now yeah, these are soundtracks. So yeah, we got Easy Rider, awesome soundtrack and awesome movie as well. The Graduate, which is mostly Simon and Garfunkel. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I love that movie a lot. Pulp Fiction. I mean, if you're a soundtrack collector, you gotta have Pulp Fiction. And the last one is actually Cade got me this for Christmas. This is actually I think a single or an EP or something like that. This is Debut performed by EU, and this is from the movie from the Spike Lee joint School Days, and there's Spike Lee right there, obviously. But yeah, Cade got me this because he knew I was a big Spike Lee fan. So yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, so that's all my records. Now to the CDs. All right, all right. Okay, first we have is a little bit of ACDC. Um, First one we have is a High Voltage, then Let There Be Rock, and Highway to Hell. You notice it's all just the Bon Scott era. It's just three of them. But yeah, Brian Johnson era, I'm not a big fan of. Bon Scott era is pretty good though. So yeah. All right. Next one I've got is one Ace of Base album. Yeah, go to make fun of me all you want. This is called The Bridge. I need to get that other Ace of Base album. I think it's the one before. It's the one that has the sign and all that she wants. I need to get that one too. But yeah. All right, next we got some Alice in Chains. Uh, got Facelift, Dirt, awesome album there. They're self-titled. Black Gives Way to Blue, and The Devil Put Dinosaurs here. And I need to get Sap and Jar of Flies, the EPs. And I don't have Rain or Fog. I don't know if I get that one or not. Not sure. All right. Next we have some Tori Amos. Got Little Earthquakes. This is the Crucify EP. Boys for Peel, which was my first Tori Amos CD. Was it Scarlet's Walk and The Beekeeper. All right. This is the only Arcade Fire album I own, and that is The Suburbs, which is my favorite, at least at the moment. This is my favorite Arcade Fire album. I need to get more, but yeah, I love Arcade Fire. Great band. All right. The band Icon, just a great hits compilation album, and another Icon album that is the Beach Boys. I do need to get Pet Sounds. I did have Pet Sounds like on a it was just like a burnt disc, and I decided to get rid of all my burnt disc and just get the actual CDs. So yeah. Um. All right. Next we got is the Beastie Boys, which last music related video I did was on the Beastie Boys. That was me ranking all their albums. Go check that one out. First we got License to Ill, my personal favorite, Paul's Boutique, an amazing album. A compilation, Some Old Bullshit, Hello Nasty, and Hot Sauce Community Part 2, the final album. All right, next couple Beatles, a few Beatles. This is Rubber Soul, but this is like I think the North American version of it, and it's missing a couple of tracks, including Drive My Car and another one. I don't know why they took those off, but yeah. Um, I need to get the actual version of that album, honestly. Um, yeah, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Abbey Road, one of my favorites, and Let It Be. I mean, I probably should get all their albums, but I definitely need to get the White Album. I don't know why I don't have that one yet. That's my favorite. Okay, now, hold on. Okay. Now we got some Beck. We got quite a bit of Beck right here. I love Beck. I also did was it a top, I think it was, no, a ranking for all of his albums, and I also did a top either 10 or 20 favorite songs from him. But yeah, check those out. All right. Mellow Gold, my personal favorite Beck album. Yeah. Beer Can. This is the single of Beer Can, which is actually my favorite Beck song. Old Mutations. Midnight Vultures. Sea Change. Wiro. And Morning Phase, which is an amazing album, by the way. I love Morning Phase. And also got this this is just like a little box set of some like live stuff. It's called the Broadcast Archive. Yeah. Okay. Pat Benatar's Greatest Hits. Chuck Berry, Rock and Roll Music. Got some Bjork. Debut. Post. And Homogenic. I need to get all of her albums. I love Bjork. She's probably my favorite singer, actually. Here's the Black Keys Brothers. All right, some Black Sabbath. The self-titled debut. Love it. Paranoid. Volume 4. Sabbath Play Sabbath. Sabotage. And their final album, 13. Okay. The Best of Blondie. I need to get their actual albums. I love Blondie. The Best of Blue Oyster Cults. Don't Fear the Reaper. Blur, self-titled. I need to get more of their albums. Got a few David Bowie. His self-titled debut. The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Amazing album. I did a ranking on that album where I ranked every song from it. Check it out. Hours. And I also got another broadcast archives of this. This is actually David Bowie and Iggy Pop. And the first 2 discs are shows that they did. I think they're just doing Iggy Pop and Stooges songs. And then the 3rd disc is actually a David Bowie interview disc. So yeah. Unfortunately, I do have some Iggy Pop. You know, I had Blah 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 on record, and I got another one coming up on CD. But I don't have any Stooges, unfortunately, and it's a shame because I love the Stooges. I need to get some. I don't know why I don't have any. Okay, got a few Breeders. The Breeders are an awesome band led by Kim Deal and her sister Kelly. Um, got the debut Pod. Last Splash, an amazing 90s album. And Title TK. James Brown, 70s funk classics. Butthole Surfers, Electric Larryland. I might, I don't know, I might do a review on this album. I don't know yet, but yeah. I will do a Butthole Surfers ranking also. Cake Comfort Eagle. And I also got Cake Pressure Chef. I don't have Fashion Nugget. I don't know why. I need to get Fashion Nugget. It's a great album. The Legend of Johnny Cash. Concrete Blonde, Bloodletting. Cracker, what's this one called? Kerosene Hat. Creedence Clearwater Revival. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name of this album, but yeah. All right, got some Cure. Got Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. This is the Love Song single. What was this one? Staring at the Sea, the singles. And the reason why I have this is just because I don't have a whole lot of Cure, so I have that CD for now. And also got a live album show. All right, I only have one Cypress Hill album. That's their self-titled debut. I need to get was it Black Sunday? I'll probably maybe even all of them, but Black Sunday for sure. I need to get. All right, even though I don't listen to him, I do have a few Miles Davis. We got original album series, which has 5 albums, which are Tutu, Music from Siesta, Amandala, I guess, Django selections from the motion picture soundtrack, and Doo-Bop. This one's called Changes, the 1955 sessions. And also got Tokyo 1973, which is a live album. I only have one Death Grips album, and it's a shame because I love Death Grips. They're my favorite rap group and my favorite like current band. That yeah, the Money Store, their debut, unless you count ex-military, but yeah. All right, some Deftones, Adrenaline, Beat Sides and Rarities, which also comes with a DVD with their music videos, and Diamond Eyes. You get more Deftones. A couple Descendants, great punk band. I Don't Want to Grow Up, possibly, well, in my top three favorite punk albums, most likely. And Everything Sucks. I also need to get Milo Goes to College. A couple Devo. I already showed this on record, but I also have the CD of it. Are We Not Men? We Are Devo. And this one has two albums on one CD from Devo: Duty Now for the Future and New Traditionalists. Traditionalists. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Yeah. Dinosaur Jr. Without a Sound. Some Doors. Their self-titled debut album. My favorite, Morrison Hotel. And this compilation called The Singles, which I like this because it has like the A side and the B side of each single, so it's pretty cool. All right, I only have one Bob Dylan, and that is Blonde on Blonde. Really weird album, but I like it a lot. The very best of Electric Light Orchestra, All Over the World. Great, I love ELO. Great band. Everclear, World of Noise. Awesome debut. I love that album a lot. I think it's now on Spotify too, and that's great. It's a great album. Okay. I only have one Eminem album, and that is the Slim Shady LP. I might get more. I don't know. Perry Farrell Rev, and the reason why I have this is because this is a compilation album. I actually got this by mistake because I thought it was going to be a solo album, but no, it's a compilation of Jane's Addiction and Porno for Pyros songs, and that's the reason why I still have it, because I don't have any Jane's Addiction or Porno for Pyros, so that's why I have this. Eventually, I'll definitely get some Jane's Addiction for sure. Maybe Porno for Pyros. I don't know. Fuel Sunburn. I haven't heard this in a long time, but yeah. Fugazi First Demo. The only Fugazi CD I have. They're a great punk band. Got a few Gorillas. I do like Gorillas. They're a great band. Self-titled debut. Demon Days. And the Now Now. I'll definitely do a ranking of Gorillaz albums sometime. Green Jelly, what's this one? Serial Killer Soundtrack. The only Daniel Johnston album I own, and it's a shame because I love Daniel Johnston. He is my favorite singer-songwriter. This is Yip Jump Music. And the only Hellman album I own, Betty, which is an amazing 90s album, very underrated. And a great band, too. Hellman's a great band. I am actually planning on doing a ranking for them soon. So, yeah, check that out. Only Jimi Hendrix I own, which is the BBC Sessions, Jimi Hendrix Experience, I should say. This is probably a band no one's ever heard of. This band is called Holy Cow. Yeah, Holy Cow, and the album's called Purge, and this is like industrial rock, um, like some Ministry, Nine Inch Nails. Even so, it even kind of reminds me of Swans too. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I need to get some Swans. I don't have any Swans. They're a cool band. Isley Brothers, Summer Breeze. Yeah. Jefferson Airplane. This is a live album, sweeping up the spotlight live at the Fillmore East, 1969. This is a very underrated, like a new metal band from the early '90s or late '90s, early 2000s. Jimmy's Chicken Shack, and this is their debut album, pushing the Salamanula envelope. Hopefully, I said that right, but yeah. Okay, now we got a couple from a really underrated band I like a lot. That is the John Spencer Blues Explosion. Uh, Little known fact: this is actually the director Edgar Wright, who did Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Baby Driver, Last Night in Soho, and the Cornetto trilogy. This is his favorite band. Yeah. Um, yeah, really awesome band. I just have two compilations. This one's Year One, which is just early stuff, like like tracks from early albums and demos and whatnot. And then this just compilation, Dirty Shirt Rock and Roll, the first 10 years. Yeah, pretty awesome band. I recommend them. All right, I'm gonna pause this because I need a the battery is dying. I need to charge this, so I'll be right back. All right, the Essential Judas Priest. I don't listen to Judas Priest a lot, but they're a great heavy metal band. Okay, got a few Korn, self-titled debut, great album. See You on the Other Side, and Unplugged. There's a cat outside meowing. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah. I got a little bit of Led Zeppelin, just a little bit. Self-titled, Two, and Presence. I'm not honestly not a big Led Zeppelin fan, but I got a little bit, like I said. John Lennon, Icon. Not calling him an icon, although he is, but that's the name of the compilation. Yeah. What's this? Oh yeah, Living Color. Time's Up. Um, I saw Living Color actually in 2021. They were awesome. Okay, this I'm not even sure why I own these, but this is a I guess you can call them like a grindcore band called The Locusts, and I don't know, they're interesting. um, got a couple CDs. This one is like an EP or something called Fall of the Flock Step and Shit, and it has a really weird disc. Yeah, like almost like a GameCube disc, but it's squared. Really weird. Uh, and also got this one is just self-titled. Um, they don't have any. These two don't have any album covers, but this one is like a GameCube disc, which is also kind of weird because I've never seen CDs like that before. Um, and then this one is called Flight of the Wounded Locusts. But yeah, they're like really noisy grindcore, but with like a keyboard. And I don't even listen to grindcore, but yeah, I have the Locusts. And then we went from the Locusts to the Lumineers. This is a Cleopatra by the Lumineers. I remember only listening to this once, and I thought it was pretty good actually. Um, I need to give it a second listen, but I liked it before. I remember. The best of the Mamas and the Papas, great '60s pop band. Marcy Playground, self-titled. Yeah, the band that did Sex and Candy. Yeah, they got some other good songs too, like Saint Joe on the School Bus and Cloak of Elvenkind and Opium. Those are great songs, all on this one. All right. The Diabolical Biz Markie. The Biz never sleeps. Rest in peace. Bob Marley and the Wailers legend. All right, got a few Melvins. I love the Melvins. Got Lysol, one of my all-time favorite albums, Houdini, Stoner Witch, Bases Loaded, and this is one of the latest albums they did. Pink as Abortion Technician, and this is actually a like limited copy that was made by Buzz Osborne's wife, and you can only get these when at their shows. And I went to go see them in 2018. It was on my 20th birthday too, and yeah, I got this and a shirt, and also got their documentary, Colossus of Destiny. They're selling that as well, and this is actually signed by Buzz Osborne too. I didn't get to meet him or Dale, but I did, however, get to meet Jeff Pincus, who is the bass player for the Butthole Surfers, but he was playing with Melvins at that time. I did get to meet him that day. That was awesome. Yeah. All right. Men at Work, Cargo. Is that the name of it? Yeah, Cargo. Does this have? No, this does not have. Damn it. This doesn't have Down Under on it. Unfortunately, that's my favorite Men at Work song. All right, got a few Metallica. Got Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. This one's called Garage Days Revisited. An EP with just covers on it. Injustice for All, and the Black Album. Ministry, Filth Pig. Only got one Modest Mouse album, and it's an EP that is Night on the Sun, which is actually Night on the Sun's a great song. I recommend that one. Even if you haven't really listened to Modest Mouse, I still recommend that song. Got a little bit of country here. I don't even like country all that much, but I did have some Johnny Cash. Now I got Willie Nelson. This is a redheaded stranger. Yeah, got one Nine Inch Nails album, and that is one of the latest. Bad Witch. Yeah, Bad Witch. I'm planning on reviewing a few others, like a few Nine Inch Nails albums. Like I know I want to review the Downward Spiral and was it Pretty Hate Machine, but yeah. All right, got some Nirvana. Got quite a bit of Nirvana, and there's actually another one I forgot to get. Be right back. All right, so yeah, Nirvana. As you can tell by the poster behind me and by these CDs, I am a big Nirvana fan. So yeah, Bleach, Nevermind, Incesticide, In Utero, which is my favorite, and I also did a ranking video for this, so check that out. Unplugged in New York, Live at Reading, and I also got these kind of like bootleg-ish live albums. Christmas in Seattle, 1988, and this one I can't pronounce that one, but that word there. But yeah, this one they actually have both the same picture, but yeah, with Chad Channing before Dave Grohl was the drummer. But yeah, I just have these because I'm a big Nirvana fan. Yeah, and I also got this box set with the lights out. Amazing box set. It's all like demos and a little bit of live stuff and B-sides and whatnot. And there's also it's 3 disc with a DVD. So yeah, And I also have this Kurt Cobain Montage of Heck, the home recordings. Yeah. Unfortunately, this isn't the deluxe edition that has a lot more stuff on it, a lot more weird stuff on it. This is just the single, well, not single, but this is like, just a separate thing that only has like 13 tracks on it. So, yeah, but it's still cool. All right. No Doubt, Tragic Kingdom, The Offspring, Americana, and The Best of Parliament. All right, so I'm gonna pause it again, get some more CDs out. That was I just pulled out what was on the first shelf. Now I'm getting the second shelf out. So, all right, I'll be right back. Okay, Pavement, Slanted and Enchanted, Pearl Jam, 10. I no longer have the album cover because I turned it into a poster and then I ripped it up whenever I left my other house. It is before I moved here, not on purpose. But Versus, and my personal favorite, Vitology. The Wall, Pink Floyd, The Wall, the only Pink Floyd album I own. All right, one of my favorite bands of all time, the Pixies. Got Doolittle, Trump Lamont, and Head Carrier. Iggy Pop, The Passenger, The Presidents of the United States of America, self-titled debut. Got some Primus, Frizzle Fry, Tales from the Punch Bowl, and this EP, Animals Should Not Try to Act Like People. Um, yeah, it's an EP with a CD that includes like music videos and live performances and whatnot. Really cool. A couple Queens of the Stone Age, their self-titled debut, and Rated R. I do need to get a lot more Queens of the Stone Age, and I need to get more Primus. I don't have Selling Seas of Cheese. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I only have two Radiohead albums, and those are Hail to the Thief and The King of Limbs. Yeah, I need to get a lot more Radiohead. All right, Rage Against the Machine, self-titled debut, and The Battle of Los Angeles. Ramones, self-titled debut, Road to Ruin, and another broadcast archive. Yeah, only got two Red Hot Chili Peppers albums. My opinion, the best ones: Blood Sugar Sex Magic, and my personal favorite, One Hot Minute. Yeah, I said it. This is my favorite. Okay. Lou Reed, Transformer, and another original album series, but this time Lou Reed with New York, songs for Drella, which is a collaboration album he did with John Cale from the Velvet Underground. Magic in Lost, Set the Twilight Reeling, and Ecstasy. All right, got quite a bit of REM here. Got Fables of the Reconstruction, Life's Rich Pageant, Document, Out of Time, and Live, which also has a DVD of that same show. And I mean, I do need to get some more REM, but I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have my favorite, which is Monster. I need to get that one. The Residents, 80 Aiken Orphans, just a compilation on 4 disc. Pretty much like an anthology. Pretty cool. I only have one Rolling Stones album on CD. I did have, Beggar's Banquet and Emotional Rescue on record, but on CD I have my at least as of right now, my personal favorite Stones album, that is Sticky Fingers. I say right now because I am working on a Stones ranking, so it might change. Who knows? But right now it's Sticky Fingers. Love that album. Rush, The Spirit of Radio, Greatest Hits, 1974 to 1987. Screaming Trees, Sweet Oblivion, rest in peace to both Mark, what's his name, Mark Lanigan and Van Conner. Yeah. Never mind the bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. If you collect punk music, that's a must-have right there. Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. Got some Smashing Pumpkins. This is the deluxe edition of Siamese Dream, which includes a bonus disc of just like demos, and then a bonus DVD with a live show from that era, the Siamese Dream era. Yeah, but Siamese Dream is definitely my favorite Smashing Pumpkins album, and a really awesome compilation album that they released in between Siamese Dream and the next album we'll show. Hopefully I'll say this right, but Pieces Iscariot, I guess. But yeah, Pieces Iscariot. Really awesome compilation. Like it almost feels like it kind of feels like an actual album. That's why I love it. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. And I also got the Tonight Tonight single. I only got one Elliott Smith CD, and it's a shame because I do like Elliott Smith a lot. He's one of my favorite singer-songwriters, and this is his self-titled album. Not his debut. I think this is his second album, but yeah. Needle in the Hay is on this album. Great song. Need to get some more Elliott Smith. Only got a couple Sonic Youth albums, CDs. I had that self-titled EP. Now I got on CD. I got Dirty and a compilation called Screaming Fields of Sonic Love. Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger. And also Super Unknown. Space Hog, Resident Alien. The Stone Roses, self-titled. I'm not a big fan of this album in particular, but I do love the song I Want to Be Adored, so that's pretty much why I own this one. Stone Temple Pilots, Core, Purple, and my personal favorite, Tiny Music. The best of Stray Cats. Sublime, self-titled. I need to get 40 Ounces of Freedom and Robin the Hood. And also that compilation, Secondhand Smoke. I need to get those eventually. System of a Down, which I'm also wearing the shirt, as you can see. Toxicity, amazing album. And I also got, this is the case of Hypnotize, but the disc of Mesmerize for some reason. I remember getting this like I think at a flea market, and it had the Mesmerize disc, and and the Hypnotized Case. So technically, I just have Mesmerize, but yeah. Um, Eventually, I'll probably just get two of those separately of those albums. So you know, this one I remember listening to like maybe once or twice, and I remember thinking it was like really cool. It's like kind of, I don't know how to explain. It's like jazz, but and soul kind of mixed together. I was trying to call it Saz, but this is a band I think from the '70s called Vista, and the album's called Spaced Out. I remember it sounded really cool. I only heard it just like a couple times before, and it was a long time ago. But yeah, Toadies Rubberneck, awesome '90s album. Got Two by Tool, Opiate, and my personal favorite, Enigma or Anima, whatever you want to call it. Anima, Enigma, I don't know, but amazing album. I love it. That was one of the albums that changed my life. Van Halen got self-titled debut, and Diver Down, which includes my personal favorite Van Halen songs, which are Intruder and their cover of Pretty Woman. Just those two put together, because they were put together in the music video for Pretty Woman. But those two combined is actually my favorite Van Halen song. Yeah, and the video is weird as fuck. Um, got one Tom Waits album, Mew Variations. I'm planning on reviewing some Tom Waits albums. Like I got Swordfish Trombones, Rain Dogs, and maybe Bone Machine. I'm planning on maybe doing that one too. But yeah, so maybe some Tom Waits in the future on my channel, hopefully. Weezer, self-titled, well, the first self-titled Blue album debut. The only Weezer album I really like, honestly. But I'm planning on maybe doing a ranking though, just for the hell of it. Okay, currently right now, I think this is my favorite band of all time, which I said earlier because I showed one of their albums on record. But that is Ween. We got The Pod, um, 12 Golden Country Greats, and The Mollusk. Okay. Now some Velvet Underground, just in case you didn't know they're one of my favorite bands. Yeah. Loaded, Squeeze. Yes, I actually have Squeeze, believe it or not. This is just a compilation, Gold. And this kind of bootleg thing, New York Rehearsal 1966. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't actually have that album, the Velvet Underground Nico. I need to get it. I don't know why I don't have it. Okay, we're almost done, kind of. All right, next band we got are the White Stripes. We got all of their albums actually. Self-titled debut. Hopefully, I'll say this one right. I think it's called The Style. But yeah, I like this one a lot. White Blood Cells, Elephant, uh, Get Behind Me, Satan. I don't know why I forgot what it was called, and Icky Thump. Which this is actually the oldest CD I have. I've had this CD since I was like 9 years old. So yeah, yeah. All right, and then I also got some Jack White. Got his debut Blunderbuss, and also this compilation, acoustic recordings, 1998 to 2016. Yeah, and it has like some White Stripes and Rocketeers and maybe even some Dead Weather. I don't know, but and his solo. Yeah. White Zombie. Hopefully I'll say this right. Les Sex Racisco I guess. Devil Music Volume 1. Only got one Who album. Who's Next? Alright, and now we got some Neil Young. Got quite a bit of Neil Young. I like Neil Young a lot. Explains the sideburns. Self-titled debut. My favorite. Everybody knows this is Nowhere. After the Gold Rush. Harvest. What's this one? American Bars and American Stars and Bars. Old Ways. And Mirrorball from this is a '90s album he did with Pearl Jam as his backing band. Really awesome album. I recommend it if you're a fan of either Neil Young or even Pearl Jam. Check it out. All right, this is the only Frank Zappa album I have. I don't know what the name of this is, but it's like a bootleg ish of 2 discs. It's just a live show. Yeah, only Frank Zappa I own. Rob Zombie, Hellbilly Deluxe, and and this is the last artist I'll show, and then I'll get to the compilations and soundtracks. ZZ Top got what's it? Which one came first? Hold on. I think this one did. It's not even giving me the years, but I'm pretty sure this one came out first. Tres Hombres, and I could never say this one right, but that album. Yeah. All right, and now we're done with the artists. Now we got actually, quite a bit of compilations and soundtracks. So we're almost done. We're not even an hour long. Wow. Okay, the Awesome Surfing album. South Park, Chef Aid. Yeah, Chef Aid, the South Park album, I should say. This is a great compilation. If you're a South Park fan, you should probably own this. I forgot to mention the surfing album. The Awesome Surfing album has some Beach Boys and Jan and Dean and The Ventures. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, and South Park. The Crow soundtrack got like The Cure, Stone Temple Pilots, Nine Inch Nails, Rage Against the Machine, Violent Femmes, Rollins Band, Helmets, Pantera, Jesus and Mary Chain. Yeah, great soundtrack there. And also the sequel to that, City of Angels. This one has I never actually seen the movie to this. I love the Crow movie, by the way, but I never seen the sequel. This one has Hole, White Zombie, Filter, PJ Harvey, Bush, Toadies, Korn, Deftones, Iggy Pop. Yeah. DGC Rarities Volume 1. I don't even know if they ever made a Volume 2, but yeah, this has like Teenage Fan Club, Nirvana, Weezer, Hole, Beck, Sonic Youth, Counting Crows, the Sundays. Yeah. The Dumb and Dumber soundtrack. I don't feel like saying the names on this one. Just don't. ECW Extreme Music. And this has White Zombie, Megadeth, Bruce Dickinson, Motorhead, Anthrax, Monster Magnet. Yeah. Juno. This has we got Kimya Dawson, The Kinks, Buddy Holly, Bella Sebastian, Sonic Youth, Moth the Hoople, Cat Power, Velvet Underground, Moldy Peaches. Yeah. This is to a movie I haven't seen yet because it's really hard to find. But Kids, and this has Daniel Johnston on it, which is pretty much the main reason why I have this. Folk Implosion, Sabido, I guess is how you say it, Sabido, and Slint. Yeah. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I don't know the artist on this one, so. Rise Above, uh, 24 Black Flag songs to benefit the West Memphis Three. Um, just a Black Flag tribute album. It actually has Rollins Band doing the music with Henry Rollins on some of the vocals, and then you got Keith Morris, who was one of the Black Flag singers, and also Iggy Pop and Corey Taylor from Slipknot, and Xena from X, and Nick Avillari from Queens of the Stone Age, Hank Williams III, Dean Ween is on here as well, Mike Patton, Ice-T, Tom Araya from Slayer, Lemmy, Lars, or Tim Armstrong, Lars Frederiksen from Rancid. Yeah, pretty cool tribute album. One of my all-time favorite movies and one of my favorite soundtracks. That is Trainspotting. Got Iggy Pop, Brian Eno, Primal Scream, New Order, Blur, Lou Reed with Perfect Day. That's how I first heard that song. I love it. Paul Elastica, I think is how you say their name, and also Damon Albarn as well. Um, got the Ramones, or not? Well, not the Ramones. Well, this is a Ramones tribute album with Chili Peppers, Rob Zombie, Eddie Vedder with Zeke, Metallica, U2, Kiss, Marilyn Manson, Garbage, um, Green Day, The Pretenders, Rancid, Pete Yorn, The Offspring, Rooney, and Tom Waits. And also the hidden track I remember had John Frusciante from Red Hot Chili Peppers doing a cover of Today Your Love, Tomorrow the World. So yeah. All right, now we got two more. We've got The Simpsons, Testify. I'm a Simpsons fan, so why not? And also, and last one, traditional Irish drinking songs. Yeah, like this has Finnegan's Wake and Whiskey in the Jar classics right there. I think most people know Whiskey in the Jar because of Thin Lizzy and Metallica, but yeah. All right, so there we go. There is my music collection 2023. This is actually a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. I didn't talk as much in this one, but yeah. Well, besides saying the names, but All right, so there we go. If you made it this far, thank you. I thank you very much, and yeah. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell, and I'll see you later. All right, peace.